emanating from deep under the earth, spreading across the globe at the speed of thought, changing the world one brain at a time. This is Last Call, the final order report from Green Brain Comics.
Howdy Brainiacs, it's time for Last Call, your one-stop preview for next month's best comics, and your last chance to pre-order before the print runs are locked and loaded. I am Dan Merritt, Chief Purchasing Officer here at Green Brain Comics, and I'm here to give you the lowdown on what's hitting our shelves starting Wednesday, July 1st, and a heads up to pre-order by this Sunday at midnight, June 10th. The Final Order Report and Green Brain Comics are proudly powered by Comichub. Check out Comichub online at comichub.com or grab the mobile app for Android and iPhone. Create an account or log into your existing account to order, pay securely, and make sure you never miss an issue. Today I'll be using Comichub to spotlight items from this week's Last Call for Confirmed Orders Carousel. Let's show you around real quick. Behind the orange banner on the website are anything that you may have set aside for you and is waiting for you to pay for and pick up. Just click through there and you can pay for that. You can even ship it out from there. Behind the green banner is all the menus we'll be using today. Let's click through there. You'll see at the top you could search all items. That's all items in the current catalogs. Below that are preview pages for some of those books. And under search arriving soon, that's everything on next week's invoice that you can reserve from. Below that is the Last Call menu. That's the one we'll be using today. But below that are menus for searching events, manga, and collected editions. All right, now that I've shown you around, let's move into Last Call. And you see we can now look at all of these beautiful covers, fantastic thumbnails that we can click through, or we could reserve right from the this top menu. You can also filter by alphanumeric buttons, and you've got drop downs for publisher, format, and other. I'm using currently the comics filter to just get right to the periodicals. And that's a little bit about Comichub. Let's show you our first spotlight, and that's on Last Call for Small Press Comics. And our first comic that we'll be looking at today is Archie Comics celebrates America's 250th. Archie Comics, there they are. America is celebrating its 250th birthday, and who better to ring in the occasion than the beacons of Americana themselves, Archie Andrews and all his friends and family in Riverdale. Take a walk down memory lane, no, not that memory lane, as we revisit some of the best U.S. and U.S. history stories from Archie's 85-year history. This $4.99 one-shot has got 32 pages and an A cover from an A cover from Dan Parent. There's that B cover from Stan Goldberg. An Uncle Sam poster featuring Dan Parent art. I think all of these are also available as foil versions for a couple extra bucks. And they are all available on July 1st from Archie Comics. Ooh, here's something I'm very excited about. After busting a crime ring, the Santos sisters go looking for hidden treasure. There, they meet a ghostly apparition that leads them into the land of Nod. Hey, they team up with a monstrous-looking but irresistible mystery man. With flippers, an elongated nose, orange head that spews flames, and says just the darndest things. It's the Flaming Carrot! guest starring in this Santos Sisters Fun Special. This one shot by Greg and Fake, published by Floating Worlds Comics, has a $5 cover price. You get 32 pages plus this beautiful cover on the A4 from Greg and Fake. And we got a B cover from Bob Burden himself. I got some serious love for Flaming Carrot. I can't wait for August 26th. What? Yeah, Santos Sisters Fun Special number 1. Let's see. From Ablaze Comics, we have Valhalla number 1 from Ben Fisher, Pedro R.M. Andreo. And that drops on July 15th from Ablaze Comics. Then over at Keen Spot and their sub-imprint Execution Posse Holdings, it's the return of Lipstick Clicka. This is the deluxe edition number 1 of 3. It's a fierce all-female gang of shape-shifting vampire cholas. They are led by the fearless Marissa, who expertly wields her trademark razor whip. Let's see, we got, this series is written by Caden Phoenix with an A cover from Marcelino Servicio. I'm sorry, they do interiors, and an A cover by Blood Knot Collective. Rob Pryor on the B. Cameron Pryor on the C for this 3-issue miniseries, and we got a D cover from Sampei. It's Lipstick Clicka, available on July 15th for pre-order. You can get any of these covers, and they'll be waiting for you on that very day. Keen Spot also offers this one-shot that looks like an actual genuine approach at new Winnie the Pooh material. A quiet night in the 100-acre woods turns upside down when Pooh meets Tigger, a bouncy new friend who insists he likes everything but cannot seem to find anything he really enjoys. What follows is a playful, forest-wide search for the perfect breakfast filled with humor, mishaps, and the lovable charm of Pooh, Piglet, and even Eeyore. Keen Spot also welcomes Matt Cole, the writer and artist. Tessa Rose onto interiors. Tessa Rose does this A cover. A B cover by Farrell's Trish Forstner. A C cover from Ken Salinas. I like the textures on that. That's cool. Kind of reminds me of Calvin and Hobbes. And they also have a surprise bag with a trading card variant for $5.99. It's Pooh Bear Adventures. Tigger's the only one. This is a one-shot. Drops on July 22nd from Keen Spot. That's not July 22nd. Oh well. I'll have to fix that. All right. Mad Cave brings back Babylon Cove for the second of 5 issues by our old pal writer Rafer Roberts, who was joined by artist Joe Eisma. Gotcha Man Red Impulse 3 of 4 drops on the 1st. And we've got the long-awaited sequel to the beloved film, The Last Starfighter. Small-town teenager Alex Rogan has already saved multiple worlds, but that was only the beginning of his story. 40 years after the cult classic movie that pioneered CGI, and inspired generations of fans, an all-new story picks up from the end credits and takes off for the stars. Now the leader and sole member of the Star League, Alex, must rebuild the galaxy's only defense force against Zur and the Kodan Armada. From Mad Cave Studios, writer Derek A. Hughes, Benjamin Rabe, and artist Willie Roberts are joined by cover artist Torrin Clark for this July 1st release. Ooh, that you can also look inside. We've got a B cover from Raza, David Lafuente. It looks like fun. Stephanie Hans. Ooh, they're getting some big hitters on these covers. It's The Last Starfighter #1, available July 1st. Antarctic Press, Critter #13. That's why my head's over on that side. There it is. Get out of the way, my head. And, ooh, look, Heavy Metal Magazine returns with issue #6 with many of your favorites and lots of new creators to discover. Order #2 from Amp Comics. And Shudder Magazine returns with #30 with this very cool Ken Kelly cover. Warren Magazine style comics from Warrant Publishing Company. And we've also got a Spooktacular Annual #5 from Shudder with a San Julian cover. Tomorrow Girl with this issue 20 with an Adam Hughes tribute cover. And EC Cruel Universe Volume 2 #12, the final issue of this anthology from Oni Press, brings together some of the most amazing talents, including Melissa Flores, Ann Nesenti, Daniel Gett, Jordi Terra, and many others, with a cover from Miguel Mercado. Creepy. Estuary, a ghost story, concludes with number 4 of 4 from Tin Daniel Manhouse. And Adventure Time quadruple feature #1 of 4 debuts on July 1st from Oni Press. Tonight's special screening is the opening film comic by the Eisner Award-winning writer Mariko Tamaki and spellbinding artist Brenda Hickey in a first-of-its-kind adventure. We got Brenda Hickey cover on a cool sketch variant cover that looks like celluloid film, and a B cover from Ben Turner. It's Adventure Time quadruple features #1 from Mariko Tamaki and Brenda Hickey. Oni Press also debuts the next Eisner Award-winning cartoonist and visionary storyteller Matt Lesniewski's outstanding adventure of Faceless and the Family. This is called Maze of the Mechanical Monsters. This is a 4-issue miniseries that finds the spacefaring rogue known as Faceless and his found family of adventurers are about to encounter a new challenge, stronger, stranger, and more perplexing than any they've faced before, in an artistically ambitious and visually spectacular odyssey unlike anything else in this universe or the next. From Matt Lesniewski, who is writing and doing all the interiors as well as the A cover. We got a B cover from Kelly Jones. That's pretty cool. Noah Bailey on the C. Faceless and the Family, Maze of the Mechanical Aliens, drops on July 1st. Pesto Comics continues this 5-issue miniseries From Parts Unknown with issue 3. And we also get a 3rd issue of a 7-issue miniseries, Conan and Dragon Arrow teaming up, these 2 adventurers written by Luca Enoch, Stefano Vieri, and Lorenza Nutti on art. Hey, look, it's the 5th anniversary of Gun Honey from Titans Hard Case Crime imprint. This 5th anniversary oversized special features an Adam Hughes foil variant to that original cover. Beautiful. Moving over to Dynamite Entertainment, we've got a bold new series continuing the Dynamite debut of writer Rory McConville and artist Pablo Debonis, Red Sonja She-Devil with a Sword #3. There we go. We got a new one-shot on Final Order this week from writer David Avallone and artist Edson Novaes on interiors. This is Red Sonja Noir, The Plunder and the Princess. Got an A cover from Leslie Lyrics Lee and a B cover from Robert Hack. This debuts on July 1st. Yeah, from Dynamite Entertainment. That same day, we also get the release of the Vampirella Summer Special. This is a one-shot by writer Erica Schutz and artist Adriana Mello. Got an A cover from Shannon Meyer. And Adriana Mello on the B. It's Vampirella Summer Special 2026. And let's see, I think this is it for the small press. It's Minotaur #1, a brand new series from Ignition Press, written by Simon Spurrier with art by Michael Dowling, who did this A cover 5 years ago. A government supercomputer triggered the singularity, an explosion of technological superintelligence, heralding an unimaginable tomorrow. I think we can imagine it. It's Minotaur #1, drops on July 15th. Looks like we only got an A cover there. All right. Okay, moving up to the mid-size press, it's Boom Studios' Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. This brand new series debuted this last week, and now you can secure your copy of #2 from writer Marguerite Bennett and Andrew Lee Griffith, Enid Ballum cover. Something is Killing the Children #49. It's the last issue before an unforgettable milestone for the award-winning series by James Tynion IV and Werther Dell'Edera. Over at Dark Horse Comics, we get a 3rd issue of Frankenstein New World, The Speed of Darkness from Mike Mignola, Peter Bergting. That also just debuted this last week. Yeah. And I think this might be the final issue. Yep, it's the mind-bending finale of Zach Kaplan's latest series, Masterminds, with Stephen Thompson, July 1st. That day we also get Mega Ghost Volume 2 #4, Gideon Kendall cover. The Ring, The Man Who Beat the Man #2. This is another series that just debuted this last week from Gail Simone, artist Alyssa Romboli, and Oliver Barrett cover. Then we get a debut of a 4-issue miniseries from writer, actor, director David Dastmalchian, who's joined this time around by artist Sue Lee for a story set in the future, 2036. 2 years ago, hordes of monsters rose from the earth and sea, devouring everything in sight. Much of mankind was massacred before the monsters realized they needed humans. In this new world, humans have 2 options: service or slaughter. Sounds cool. In the vein of Sweet Tooth, The Mandalorian, and The Last of Us, those are some interesting comparables. It's David Dastmalchian's new series, Kingdom of Earth. And we also get a debut of a new Dungeons & Dragons series over at Dark Horse Comics from writer Christopher Hastings and artist Dennis Medry. This is called Total Party Killers. The wizard Custos has died, and his lair lies ripe for the taking. As the adventurers raid the lair for treasure, the monsters enthralled by Custos in life must protect his domain even after his death. That is, unless the creatures can trick someone into releasing them. Thus, a lycanthrope, gelatinous cube, mind flayer, death knight, and baby beholder form their own adventuring party to win their freedom in a hostile world. The start of an all-new 4-issue miniseries. I like the turn on that. That's good. We got an A cover from Elizabeth Beals. Michael Walsh. Lucas Kettner. A blank cover character sheet for Dungeons & Dragons Total Party Killers #1, July 22nd. And finally, from Dark Horse Comics, we get the brand new series of Grendel, Devil's Crucible Sedition. The Hounds of Orion have 2 new weapons in their arsenal. The Grendel Prime himself, back from a 500-year absence, and a clone of the fierce, long-dead Grendel warrior Christine Spar. Pardon me, it's been a long time. Now it's time to take the fight to the Necrolords as Matt Wagner's epic Devil's Crucible series of Grendel miniseries continues. Okay. Yeah, it's a 4-issue miniseries written and drawn by Matt Wagner, with, of course, help from his son Brennan Wagner, who did the B cover. It's Grendel, Devil's Crucible Sedition, #1, July 15th. Get that one right? Hey, I did. All right. Ignition Press also offers the other half, #4. Wow, this got out of order. Sorry about that. Jim McCann, Joe Eisma, July 29th. Okay, back to IDW. Sleepy Hollow, The Witches of the Western Wood continues with #3 with a Luana Vecchio cover. Smile for the Camera with a Skylar Patridge cover. And The Last Starship with a beautiful Francesco Francavilla cover. Ooh, hey look, TMNT Shredder continues with #10. Mateus Santaluco cover. And the big debut of the week, folks. It's Sonic the Hedgehog crossing over with Godzilla. It's a crossover of massive proportions. The Blue Blur's battle with Dr. Eggman is upended by the arrival of 2 enormous monsters. And they're emerging from a humongous fissure in reality. The magnificent Mothra and the menacing Mecha Godzilla carry their vicious battle into Sonic's world, and its fate now hangs in the balance. Is Sonic, with the help of his loyal friends Amy and Tails, fast enough to halt the city's frantic destruction? And why is Eggman so happy about this whole big mess? Wait, is that Eggman now? How can he take over a Solici? All right, this brand new series, biggest crossover of Sonic's history. I know, he's got the DC thing happening right now. Whatever. This one's going to be cooler because it's crossing over with the Godzilla universe with writer Nick Marino, artist Jack Lawrence does interiors, as well as this A cover. We got a B cover from Moro Fonseca. Good times. Minho Kim cover. Ooh, look, it's Clayton Crane. A Clayton Crane Sonic. That's cool. And an E cover from Miko Soyen. It's Sonic the Hedgehog versus Godzilla #1. July 15th. Words. Okay, I think this is it for IDW. Next up, and finally, we have Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, The Last Ronin, Training Day. I believe this is a one-shot featuring a training mission you didn't see. Michelangelo only has a short time to get young Casey Marie Jones prepared for battle against Oroku Hiroto. How can the last Ronin distill a lifetime's worth of training and knowledge into one day? Read the epic tale of action and legacy too big to fit into the pages of the original book, written and drawn by the original Last Ronin team. And that team is, of course, Kevin Eastman, along with the Escorza brothers, Ben Bishop. Tom Waltz also gets some credits in there. We got an A cover from the Escorza brothers. Got a Kevin Eastman cover, of course. Clayton Crane. And this drops on July 15th from IDW. This is a one-shot, 68 pages for $7.99. And that wraps up our focus on the small press. Let's move right on over into Image Comics. And the first thing to show you in Image Comics this week is, it's a new printing of Fireborn #2. Cool cover. Patrick Mulholland. True. Cool cover. Cool crotch. That's cooler. Hey, we got 4th of 5, the penultimate issue of the Ghost Machine official guidebook. This one's going to be focusing on the world of Rook Exodus. Lost Fantasy continues with second printing of number 10. Cool new cover by... I don't know who did that cover. I can't tell. It's cool. Malevolent number 5. If you're interested in this, make sure you get your orders in. Hey, we got a new story arc for Knights. This is number 19. It drops on July 1st. Radiant Black, July 1st. I think pretty much everything from Image Comics on FOC this week is July 1st. Royals with number 4 of 6. Hey, look, it's the Savage Dragon, a legacy Image character. Creator Eric Larson drops this on July 1st. She Spawn 3 from Gail Simone Iguara. That's a Marco Faila cover. Faila. Spawn 377. I think this is Matthew Rosenberg, not Todd McFarlane writing. But it is a Mirko Kolak cover. Kolak. Spawn Salmon Twitch, the Case Files number 25 Iguara cover. Transformers the movie 40th anniversary edition continues with this classic adaptation. Got an A cover from Nick Roche. And the Walking Dead Deluxe number 140 David Finch cover. And a brand new series debuting from Image Comics and creator Liam Sharp. It's Starhenge, Book 2, A Kiss for Atticus. Amber, Daryl, and Merlin appear to be stranded in strangely familiar realms without any sense of who they are or how they got there. Will they be able to find each other and solve the mystery of their surreal captivity? Starhenge Book 2 continues this giant cosmic saga by creator Liam Sharp. I'll make sure to get the backlist in stock with Book 1. Just in time for July 1st, dropping the first of 4 issues, 32 pages for $3.99. Liam Sharp cover. Also Liam Sharp cover. Ben Stone. That's very nice. And Matilda McCormick Sharp doing the E-cover for Starhenge. Book 2, A Kiss for Atticus. And that drops on July 1st from Image Comics. Short list for Image Comics this week. But that's okay, because we'll move right on over to Last Call for DC Comics. And first up on Last Call for DC Comics is the Absolute Green Lantern number 16, with the shocking reveal from the previous issue. Absolute Green Lantern number 15 came out last week. Spoiler warnings. It's Enter Sinestro. Tomar and Joe Mullane find themselves face to face with the Black Stars at long last, but they are not prepared for the might of Sinestro. Looks cool. Absolute Martian Manhunter number 12, the jaw-dropping final issue, hits on July 1st. Dennis Camp, Javier Rodriguez. And the unbelievable finale of Reign of Superman, the final battle with King Shazam. Reign of Superman begins here, but which Superman will it be? From Jason Aaron, Rafa Sandoval. 10 of 12 from Adventures of Superman Book of L. And we got a new issue of Batgirl 21 with a beautiful cardstock cover. This is cover B from Kyong Yom. Batman number 11. This series is just heating up. The Ojo returns to Gotham City with her deadly sights set on unfinished business in Ojo's sights. Hey, we get a facsimile edition of Batman 127. I'm not sure exactly why they're reprinting this one. It's got Thor in it. That's cool. But it looks like it has a very early, perhaps, first appearance of Alfred Pennyworth and the Eagle. Batman Green Arrow, The Question, Arcadia, a long-awaited final issue of this series by Gabriel Hardman. Uh-oh. I hope DC crossover with Sonic the Hedgehog Metal Legion didn't hear me talking smack about it. No, you're cool. It's fine. We got a third issue with a cover by Pablo M. Collar. Oh, man, this super creepy cover. This is from Alex Ekman Lawn on the Deadman number 2 cover. This series just debuted from W. Maxwell Prince and Martin Morazzo. But this cover, whew. Ooh, hey, look. JSA got super important all of a sudden. JSA 21, where is Jim Corrigan? Wait, let's go back to this. But seriously, they're going back to the events of the DC All-In special in search of Jim Corrigan after his defeat at the hands of Darkseid. So this is probably going to be pretty important. I'll make sure to order up, but check out the variants. Speaking of variants, we've got a beautiful Kyong Yom cardstock cover for Poison Ivy. And Supergirl Survive 2 of 6. This miniseries just debuted this last Wednesday from Ethan S. Parker, Griffin Sheridan, Rod Rice. And the big release for July 1st on FOC this weekend. It's 100 Bullets, the U.S. of Anger. Happy 250th, America. Lano's back. You won't survive the year. Not many people made it out alive from the fall of the trust in 100 Bullets. Lano did, just barely, and it sent him spiraling on a years-long international odyssey. His one-time protege, Loop Hughes, was the only one smart enough to walk away clean. But now tragedy has come knocking on Loop's door, and the scent of blood has attracted a dangerous stray dog. Lano's back in the United States, and he's on the hunt from original 100 Bullets creators Brian Azzarello. Beautiful art from Eduardo Rizzo, and a Dave Johnson cover on number 1. Look, and we got a Vertigo logo on it too. It truly feels like the good old days, like the golden era of DC Comics is starting to gleam again. This drops on July 1st with an A cover that we've already admired. A creepy looking B cover from Jock. Eduardo Rizzo cardstock variant. And Cliff Chang. Ooh, Cliff Chang. 100 Bullets, the U.S. of Anger, number 1. All right, that does it for DC Comics on FOC this week. Next up, Last Call from Marvel Comics, and the first thing on Last Call is... oh, it's Black Cat, number 12. Last issue teased a big team up between Punisher and Black Cat. This is a continuance of this adventure by G. Willow Wilson, Andres Genolet, and Jose Maria Casanovas cover on the A. That's beautiful. Okay. Civil War Unmasked continues with number 3. Ooh, and we get a Marvel Television variant for Daredevil number 4. Those variants have been red hot. Make sure you get your orders in for that. Sorcerer Supreme number 8, July 8th. And Star Wars Shadow of Maul, Ben Percy, Madabek Musabekov, Derek Chu cover. Uncanny X-Men number 31, Gail Simone, Jim Toe on interiors, Luciano Vecchio on the A cover, classic Dave Cockrum, Alan Davis style X-Men cover. Beautiful. Oh, hey, Wolverine number 23 drops on July 8th. It's also got an Alex Ross Marvel Dimensions variant. And X-Men 97 Season 2 continues with the second issue on July 8th. Guess who makes an appearance? And we got some debuts from Marvel Comics this week on FOC, including this one-shot from the Fantastic Four First Foes theme in their little movie universe there. This is Fantastic Four First Foes Shallowball. The origins of Shallowball. Years ago, in order to save her planet, astronomer Shallowball gave up her freedom to become the sustenance-seeking herald of the intergalactic devourer of worlds. Galactus, now for the first time, well, Galactus, Now, for the first time, back up, learn the secrets of her transformation, her journey, and the horrifying decisions that she had to make, from writer Charles Soule, artist Mark Buckingham, and Phil Noto cover on the A. Mark Buckingham on B. Marvel Studios. Nope, this is Mark Espinal. And it drops on July 8th. Shallow Ball, one shot. Ooh, we also get a debut of Gambit, Wanted, number 1. Target, Remy LeBeau. Get ready, Miami, as Gambit's legendary co-creator Chris Claremont takes the mutant thief hero back to his hometown for an explosive adventure. An all-new tale set in the time frame when Gambit returned Aurora Monroe to what was left of the X-Men. Discover how Gambit came to join the team for the first time and the truly deadly trial that made it so. From Chris Claremont, living legend Chris Claremont, and artist Robert Gill. We got an A cover from Lionel Francis Yu, a B cover from Art Germ. We got a Phil Noto Wanted poster cover, and a more mean one. Okay. Oh, we also get a Steven Segovia variant. Looks like we get some Bullseye appearance in here. It's Gambit Wanted #1, Chris Claremont, Robert Gill. The next new mini-series of Godzilla in the Marvel Universe is simply called Godzilla Conquers the Multiverse. Godzilla Unleashed, Nowhere is Safe. An unholy alliance between Null and Godzilla conquers Marvel Universe 616. And now Doom, Spider-Man, Kang, Emma Frost, Ghost Rider, The Punisher, Man-Thing, and many more stand on the edge of annihilation. From the series of mini-series writers, creative team Jerry Duggan, Javier Garrone return with this brand new series that features a David Marquez cover on A. This very cool and creepy Giuseppe Caponcoli. It's Wolverzilla. Nick Klein, that looks nice. It's Godzilla Conquers the Multiverse #1, drops on July 22nd. Hey, it's Simbi. July 8th sees the debut of, looks like a one-shot reprinting the digital first comics of Simbi as he goes solo. Simbi may be a symbiote without a host, but that's never slowed him down. Ever since Spider-Man freed him from a mad scientist lab, Simbi has made it his mission to unleash mischief across the Marvel Universe. His latest targets: the Fantastic Four, Thor, Scarlet Witch, Iron Man, Captain America, and the Marvel Mutts. A whole bunch of short stories from Jacob Chabot, Mackenzie Cadenhead, and artist Pepe Larraz, Enid Ballum. Got an A cover by Jacob Chabot. Marvel Animation variant. Logan Lubera. Enid Ballum, who does some interiors. And it drops on July 8th. Yeah, it does. And that's it. That caps off Marvel Comics for this week on FOC. But before I let you go, I want to tell you about some upcoming Green Brain events. I could do it there. And the first thing to watch out for is this Saturday, June 6th, over at the Senate Theater. They're showing The Dirty Dozen, classic World War II flick. That looks so cool. I can't wait to see it. This Saturday, June 6th, 8 p.m., SenateTheater.com for more info. Our next bi-monthly Drink and Draw drops on June 12th, that Friday, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. This is a co-promotion with Downey Brewing Company and Blick Art Materials. For more information about Downey Brewing Company, check out their website, downeybrewingcompany.com. Oh, man, I'm doing this all wrong, ain't I? Yeah, I am. All right. Go back there to see that. That looks cool. All right, so I did that. And then that weekend, June 13th and 14th, Katie and I will be out at the Ann Arbor Comic Arts Festival. We are hosting a whole bunch of awesome cartoonists that create graphic novels and comic books for younger readers. For more information, check out the website. This is hosted at the Ann Arbor Public Library, a main branch, aadl.org/A2CAF for more information. It's A2CAF 2026. And then the next day, Monday, June 15th, is our monthly Brain Candy event. This is Brain Candy number 79, featuring the music of Jeff Spisick, the poetry of Dom Whitten, and Reynaldo Hinojosa will be there with some prose, and the visual art of Dan Kessler, all presented for free. courtesy of Green Brain Comics, and put together with a lot of help from the Daniel E. Wickett Legacy Committee. It's Brain Candy number 79, Monday, June 15th, 7 p.m. Join us back here on our live stream, BRAINSCAN, Tuesday night, broadcasting live from the floor of Green Brain Comics on the eve of New Comic Book Day. We'll show you all the new comics before you can touch them with your fingers. You can see them with your eyes through the magic of YouTube, live streaming 6:30 right here. And I would like to thank you all for watching Last Call for Final Orders this week. And remember, your orders are due midnight Sunday through Comichub. You can also email those orders for you right to us, greenbrainstaff@gmail.com. And I'd also like to thank our pals at Klezmageddon for the opening and closing music of this evening's program. All right, let's do that. Thanks for tuning in to Last Call, the Final Order Report. Stay up to date on all of our happenings. We are Green Brain Comics on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. All the links you need for our shopping cart, website, and Comichub are below right in the description. We are spreading the love of comics and graphic novels from the heart of East Downtown Dearborn since 1985. Feed your brain at Green Brain Comics. Thanks for watching, folks.
Emanating from deep under the earth, spreading across the globe at the speed of thought, changing the world one brain at a time. This is Last Call, the Final Order Report from Green Brain Comics.